Welcome to Occam. In this video, we want to cover setting up your initial portfolios when you first log into the service. As you can see on the home page, there are two tabs under the RazorWire Financial TV News section. The first is On Air, which shows all of the companies that are being followed by RazorWire. My Portfolios, on the other hand, focuses just on the companies that you've set up in portfolios. Now, we give you a note you haven't created a portfolio yet, and there's two ways to get there to get that done. You can click on the Create My Portfolio button, or as always, you can go to the Tools section in the drop-down menu and click on My Portfolio Analyzer. So let's do that now. Let's click on Create My Portfolio, and right away you're going to see an area that asks you to name your portfolio and enter ticker symbols that you're interested in. So as we scroll in here, I'm going to enter the portfolio of My First Portfolio. And then the important thing to know about the ticker symbol box is that you can use commas, spaces, or even returns to enter tickers. So I'm going to enter a few here where I put in commas first, then a few where I'm just using a space in between the tickers, and finally I'm going to punch in a few where I use the return character, add a few right here. And then once I'm finished entering several of the tickers and companies I want to follow, I click on the Save My First Portfolio button, and immediately Portfolio Analyzer is going to draw up the scatter plot chart as well as pull in RazorWire for all the stocks that are in this portfolio. So here to the right we see these are all the stocks that we just entered. As you can see, it can understand comma separated, space separated, or return separated. You can mouse over any of the companies to get the little highlights of the overall ratings as well as returns. And now you see over here on the left, RazorWire is pulling in all of the comments on business television that are pertinent to the stocks in this portfolio. Now as I scroll down here, you'll see that RazorWire is pulling in days and days worth of business television for just these particular securities. I'm going to scroll the page down a little further, and you can see the Create New Portfolio section has now gone below RazorWire, and you can add as many portfolios as you want. Underneath that is the Portfolio Details section, where there's an entry box again to add more tickers for this portfolio, to rename the portfolio, and even a button to delete the entire portfolio. We'll always warn you before we actually delete it. Now you can see all the companies listed here in the details section, and we cover the valuations right here in line with each company. You'll notice that the valuations are color-coded, green, blue, and red. That corresponds also to the RazorWire valuations, so you'll always be able to look at RazorWire and know exactly where Occam's valuation currently is on that company. I'll scroll back down to the My Portfolio Details section, and an interesting spot is where the latest commentary is for each company. So you can see what show it was mentioned on and at what time, and as always you can click on the ticker symbol to go directly to the details of everything said as well as our valuation on that company. Something else to notice about portfolios once they're set up is you can also look at portfolios on an overview basis. Here you see we have a drop-down that shows all of the portfolios, and then a breadcrumb trail to show the portfolio overview that's available. By clicking on that, we'll get a redrawn scatter plot, in this case only showing our only portfolio, of the 10 stocks. It also gives the market cap weighted adjustments for performance and ratings when you mouse over that portfolio. Now let's build the second portfolio and use another interesting way of entering tickers, which is via spreadsheet. So I'm going to load in my second portfolio from spreadsheet, and in the ticker symbol box we're going to show you how to paste in a portfolio that's already set up in an Excel or any other type of spreadsheet. So I've got a spreadsheet here with 3 different portfolios, my stocks, a large cap, and a small cap watch list. I'm going to go ahead and highlight all the large cap stock ticker symbols here, and then I'm going to copy it by hitting Control-C, and then flipping back over to the Occam page where I'm going to paste that row or column of tickers directly into the ticker symbol box. I've done that, and I'm going to go ahead and hit Save. And at this point, we're going to see all of those large cap securities, in this case actually the Dow Jones Industrial 30 companies, will immediately be dropped into that new second portfolio from spreadsheet. This is a great time saver if you have many spreadsheets or tables with the ticker symbols that you would like to set up as individual portfolios. This can be particularly useful for financial advisor firms which can export their clients' holdings into individual columns in a spreadsheet. Now, RazorWire is also updated to follow all of the companies, in this case the Dow Jones Industrials, And when we get down to the bottom, you can see all the detailed analysis as well as the valuations, and each show that the stock was last spoken upon. And that's how you set up portfolios in the Portfolio Analyzer tool from Occam.